Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to automatically manage event registrations on WhatsApp. So I run an event management company and want my attendees to register for events and get confirmation on WhatsApp automatically. So for that we are going to build a WhatsApp chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow, and this chatbot is going to save my time by reducing manual workload. So firstly in this video we are going to create a WhatsApp chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if a user will send a message, an automatic reply will be sent to them. So if you also want to build this automation, then let me take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video we are going to learn how to automatically manage event registration on WhatsApp. So right before you on my screen you can see this is the flow I have created for creating the chatbot, and this chatbot is going to respond to your customer queries 24/7, and your clients can register for the events anytime and anywhere. And not only this is also going to save the responses provided by your clients to the Google Sheet so that you can maintain a record. And now I'm going to show you how you can create this amazing WhatsApp chatbot for enhancing your own business. So for that we are going to use Pabbly Chatflow. Now before building this automation, I am going to show you the real working of this chatbot. So for that let's move on to my WhatsApp with me. So here you can see I have already opened my WhatsApp, and now I am going to send a message to the number which I have already connected to my Pabbly Chatflow account, and here this number is saved as my test number. So here I am going to enter a message that is I need to register for an event, and as I have entered this message that is I need to register for an event, I am getting a welcome message which says hi, welcome to Event Hub, how can I assist you today? And here we are getting a button that is view events. So now let's select this button, and here you can see as I have selected this button I am getting a message consisting of the list of the upcoming events. So now let's open this list and select an event. So here you can see I am getting some of the events. So now I am going to select this first event that is workshop, and as I have selected it I am getting a message consisting of the details of this event with its date, venue and its highlight. And here we are getting two buttons that is register and back. So here I am going to firstly select this button that is back, and as I have selected this button I am again getting this list. So now again I am going to open this list and select another event that is tech conference, and as I have selected this event I am getting a message consisting of the details of this event. So here you can see I am getting the details that is date, venue and highlights, and afterwards I am getting two buttons that is register and back. So here I am going to select this button that is register, and as I have selected it I am getting a message which is asking me to enter my full name. So now I am going to enter my full name as testing user. So here I am going to enter this message, and as I have provided this message I am getting another message asking for the number of attendees. So now I am going to enter the number of attendees as 2, and as I have provided the answer of this question as well I am getting a message which says thank you testing user, you are successfully registered for tech conference. So here you can see I am getting the same name and the same event which I have recently selected. So here you can see our chatbot is sending personalized message also. So you can also create this amazing WhatsApp chatbot and send personalized message to your clients. And not only this, now let's move on to my Google Sheet to check whether the responses are saved over there or not. So here you can see this is the Google Sheet I have created with 3 fields, that is event name, attendees name and number of attendees. And here you can see I am receiving the same data which I have recently entered over my WhatsApp chatbot, that is event name is tech conference, attendees name is testing user and the number of attendees are 2. So here you can see we have saved the data without any manual work. So you can also create this amazing WhatsApp chatbot for your own business by just using Pabbly Chatflow. And for accessing the Pabbly Chatflow you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pabbly.com/chatflow, and once you will enter the URL you will be getting the landing page of Pabbly. And here you can see we are getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user you can simply click over the sign up free, and if you sign up your account for free over the Pabbly Chatflow you get 100 free credits every month for practicing the chatbot. And if you already have an existing account you can simply click over the sign in. But before moving on forward I am going to tell you about Pabbly community. So here you can see this is the page of Pabbly community where automation users marketers and business owners gather to share their ideas, ask questions, and get relevant update regarding using the Pabbly applications. So you can also join Pabbly community now and grow your business with us. And if you wish to join the Pabbly community, you can find link in the description given below. Now let's move on to the Pabbly chat flow again, and here I am going to simply click over this sign in, as I already have an account on Pabbly Chatflow. And once you finish your sign up, you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page, and here you can see we are getting the products provided by Pabbly. You can access any of these products. And as we are going to create a WhatsApp chatbot, for that we have to access this Pabbly chat flow. So now let's click over this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly chat flow, which can be seen here. And here on this dashboard page, you can see these are the numbers I have connected to my account. So you can also add your WhatsApp number by just clicking on this add WhatsApp number button, and here you can see we are getting two options, that is WhatsApp Connect and Manual Token Connect. So if you want to integrate your WhatsApp number, you can simply click over this WhatsApp Connect, and if you want to connect with token number, you can simply click over this Manual Token Connect. So if you want to learn more about this process of adding WhatsApp number to the Pabbly Chatflow account, you can find video link in the description given below. Now moving on to the sidebar, you can see these are the features provided by Pabbly. And as we are going to create a WhatsApp chatbot, for that we firstly have to create a flow. So for that you simply have to click over the flows given on the sidebar, and if you want to learn more about these features, you can find video link in the description given below. Now let's click over this flows given here, and as you will click over the flows, you will be landed to the flow builder page, and here you can see these are the flows created by me. So you can also create your own flow. So for that you simply have to click over this add flow button, and you will be landed to the flow page, where you can see we are getting the option for entering the flow names. So now let's provide a name to our flow here. So here I am providing it the name automatically manage event registration on WhatsApp, and afterwards we are getting the option for trigger. So trigger is basically the action which is going to initiate your chatbot, and on this trigger we are getting many trigger events such as keyword rejects match, user starts conversation, template selected, and many more. But here I am going to keep it as the same, that is keyword rejects match. Now you might be wondering what is this keyword and rejects. So keywords are the words which initiate your chatbot. Now let's say I want to initiate my chatbot as soon as someone enters a message consisting of this word event. So for that you simply have to type this word and press the enter key, and here our one keyword is ready. Now as soon as someone will enter a message consisting of this word, your chatbot will be initiated. Now I am going to enter one more keyword, that is register. So here I have typed it and press the enter key, and with this our another keyword is also ready, and afterwards we are getting the option for rejects. So rejects is basically the short form for the regular expression. These are used for the specific user input, and if you want to trigger any message, you can enter rejects like this. But as I have already created my keyword, I will be removing this rejects from here. And as we are done with our trigger, now I am going to send a welcome message to my customers. So for that you simply have to drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting the option for text button. So you just have to select it, and you will be getting this text button node where you can enter the message which you want to send to your customers or the clients. So now I am going to enter a welcome message over here. So here you can see I have entered this welcome message which says, hi, welcome to Event Hub, how can I assist you today? And here I have entered this first sentence between these asterisk signs to make it bold. Now I am going to add some buttons to this message. So for that you simply have to click over this add button, and here you have to enter the text of your first button. So now let's enter the text and create our button over here. So here you can see I have entered the text, that is view events. With this we have created our button. Now as soon as someone select this button, that is view events, I want to provide them list of the events. So for that you simply have to drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting the option for list. So you just have to select it, and you will be getting this list node where it is asking me to enter header, body, and footer for the list. So now I am going to provide a body to my list here. So here you can see I have provided this body to my list. Now I am going to add some items to this list. For that we firstly have to create a section. So you just have to click over this add section, and here you have to enter the section title. So now I am going to enter my section title as events, and afterwards I am going to add some items to this section. So for that you simply have to click over this add items, and you will be getting the dialog box where you have to provide the title of your item, and even you can enter the description of your item as well. So now I am going to enter the title of my first item and create it. So here you can see I have created the first item of my list, that is workshop, and afterwards I am going to add some more items to this list. So again you have to click over this add items, and here you have to enter the title of your another items again. So here you can see I have added two more items to my list, that is Music Fest and Tech Conference. Now as soon as my user selects any of these events, I want to save that response. So for that we have to provide contact custom field to all these list items, as contact custom field help us to store extra information about our clients or customers. So now I am going to provide contact custom field to all these list items. For that you simply have to go to actions, and here you can observe that we are getting the option for set custom field. So you just have to drag it or select it and you will be getting this contact custom field node. So now I am going to connect this first list item with this contact custom field action, and here it is asking me to select the contact custom field. So here you can see these are the contact custom fields I have created, and you can also create your own contact custom field for storing extra information. So for that you simply have to go to settings, and here you can observe that we are getting the option for contact custom field. So you just have to select it and you will be landed to the contact custom fields page. But before that you have to save your flow so that you don't lose your data, and as you will select this option you will be landed to the contact custom fields page, which I have already opened. And here you can see these are the contact custom fields created by me, and if you want to create your own field you simply have to click over this add more field button, and here you have to provide the field name, and afterwards you just have to click over the save button and your contact custom field will be created. But here as I have already created my contact custom field, I will be selecting it over the Pabbly Chatflow. So here I am going to select my contact custom field as event, which can be seen here, and afterwards we have to enter the value. So here you have to enter the value for which you are creating this contact custom field. So I am creating this contact custom field for this first list item, that is workshop. So I am going to enter the value as workshop over here. So with this we have provided the contact custom field to our first list item. Now I am going to do the same for rest of the items. So here you can see I have provided contact custom field to the rest of the item, that is Music Fest and Tech Conference, and I have selected the same contact custom field for all these items. Now as soon as my user will select any of these events, I am going to provide them details of this event. So for that you simply have to drag and drop and select text button over here, and in this text button node I am going to provide details of this first event, that is workshop. So here you can see I have entered the detail of this first event, that is workshop, in this text button node, and afterwards I am going to add some buttons to this node. So for that you simply have to click over this add button again, and here you have to enter the text. So here in this message node I am going to create two buttons. So here you can see I have created both these buttons, that is register and back, and now I am going to do the same for all these list items, that is Music Fest and Tech Conference. So here you can see I have added the details of rest of the list items, and I have created both these buttons, that is register and back. Now as soon as my user will select this first button, that is register, I am going to ask them some question for registering them for this event. But as my user select this back button, I will be redirecting them to the list which I have created for selecting the event. So now I am going to connect this back button with this list node so that my user can be redirected to this list again for selecting the event if they select this back button. Now I am going to do the same for all these back buttons. So here I have connected all these back buttons with this list node, and now as my user will select this first button, that is register, I am going to ask them some questions. So for that you simply have to go to actions, and here you can observe that we are getting the option for ask question. So you just have to select it or drag it and you will be getting this question action where you can enter the question which you want to ask from your customers or the clients. So now I am going to enter a question asking for the full name, but before that I am going to connect all these register buttons with this question node so that my user can be redirected to this question node if they select this register button. Now here I am going to enter a question asking for the full name of my attendee. So here you can see I have entered this question asking for the full name, and afterwards I am going to select my contact custom field as full name, which can be seen here. So here we are done with our first question. Now I am going to ask one more question for the number of attendees. So here you can see I have entered this another question asking for the number of attendees, where I have selected the contact custom field as attendees and the format as any. So here we are done with our all questions. Now as soon as my user provides me the answer of all these questions, I am going to save that response to the Google Sheet. So for that we just have to integrate our Pabbly Chatflow and Pabbly Connect, and for building this connection we have to use API request given on this action tab, which can be seen here. So now let's drag it and you will be getting this API request node where it is asking me to paste the webhook URL. So for getting the webhook URL we have to move to my Pabbly Connect account, and if you remember I have told you about all Pabbly apps page where we were getting the Pabbly Connect Connect app. So here you can see in my all Pabbly apps page, we are getting this Pabbly Connect app. So now let's click over this access now for accessing the Pabbly Connect. And here you can see we are landed to the dashboard page, and now I'm going to create a workflow by integrating two applications, that is Pabbly Chatflow and Google Sheets, so that I can save my data over there. And as I have selected this create workflow button, I'm getting the option for selecting the workflow builder. So here I'm going to select this newly launched workflow builder beta. So for that you simply have to click over this select button, and here you have to provide the workflow name. So now I'm going to provide it the same name which I have provided to my Chatflow. So here I have provided the name, and afterwards I'm going to select my folder as Pabbly Chatflow. Now we simply have to click over this create button, and here you can see we are receiving this pop-up that is workflow created successfully, and we are landed to a workflow page. And in this page we are getting the option for adding the trigger. So trigger is basically the application which is going to initiate a workflow. So in this case I want to initiate my workflow as soon as I receive a new message over the Pabbly Chatflow. So now let's click over this add trigger button, and you will be landed to this trigger setup page where I'm going to select my trigger app as Pabbly Chatflow, and afterwards I'm going to select my app event as new message received, as I want to initiate my workflow as soon as I receive a new message over the Pabbly Chatflow. Now we simply have to click over this connect button, and here you can see we are receiving this webhook URL, and this is the webhook URL which we have to require for connecting this Pabbly Connect with the Pabbly Chatflow. So now let's copy this webhook URL and let's move on to the Pabbly Chatflow, and I am going to paste this webhook URL over the API request. And as I have selected this, I am getting the option for selecting the request method. So here I am going to select my request method as post, as I want to post my data over the Google Sheet, and afterwards I am going to paste the webhook URL which I have recently received. And on this parameter section we are getting the option for providing the key, and here I am going to provide my first key as event, and afterwards I am going to select my contact custom field as event, and afterwards I am going to add more field, that is full name and number of attendees. So here you can see I have created two more keys, that is full name and number of attendees, and based on these keys I have selected contact custom field. Now we simply have to click over this test button, and here you can see we are receiving this pop-up which says API request successful. Now let's move on to our Pabbly Connect again, and here you can see we are successfully receiving the response, that is response A, with all the keys and the contact custom field which we have recently created over the API request. So with this we are done with the trigger setup. Now we just have to set up our action app. For that you simply have to click over this add new actions tab button, and here you have to choose action app as Google Sheet, as I want to save my data over there. And afterwards I am going to select my app event as add new row. Now we simply have to click over this connect button, and we are landed to the Google Sheet connection page. So if you want to build a new connection, you can simply click over this add new connection and sign up with your Google account. But here I am going to use my existing connection, so I will be using this, that is select existing connection, and here our connection has been already chosen. Now we simply have to click over the save button, and here our connection has been saved successfully. And as I have created my connection, I am getting some of the fields. So here the first field we are getting is for selecting the spreadsheet. So here I am going to select my spreadsheet as event registration data. So here you can see this is the spreadsheet I have created named as event registration data, which I have selected over the Pabbly Connect, and afterwards we are getting some of the fields. So now I am going to map all these fields. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is the real magic here. Mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step, so you don't have to enter your values again and again, as mapping makes the field dynamic. So here I am going to map all these fields from the response which I am receiving from the Pabbly Chatflow. So now let's map this event name. So here you can see I am getting this event, so I am going to map it, and afterwards I have mapped my attendees name, and at the last I am going to map the number of attendees. So here you can see I have mapped my all fields. Now we simply have to click over the save and send test request, and here you can see we are receiving a positive response, which means we might have built in the connection. Now let's move on to my Google Sheet to check whether we are receiving the response over there or not. So here you can see in my Google Sheet I am successfully receiving the contact custom field which I have recently selected over the API request. So here you can see our connection has been successfully built. Now let's move on to the Pabbly Chatflow, and here we simply have to click over the save button, and afterwards I am going to add the status fallback. So status fallback is the final message which we are going to send to our customers or the clients. So now for providing that message, we just have to drag and drop and select text button over here. So here you can see I have entered this thank you or the confirmation message which says thank you $full name. You are successfully registered for $event. So this $full name and $event is the contact custom field which we have recently selected over this first question, where I'm asking for the full name name, where I have selected the contact custom field as $full name. So as my user will provide me the name, this response will be replaced in this $full name, and we will be able to send personalized message to our customers. And as my user will select the event, this will be also replaced with the response and our personalized message will be sent. So here we are done with our creation of our WhatsApp chatbot. Now we just have to save this flow. So for that, you simply have to click over the save button, and here you can see we are receiving this pop-up which says flow updated successfully, means we have successfully saved our flow. Now for showing you how we are receiving message from our customer and how we are sending them the automated reply, let me take it towards my inbox section. For that, you simply have to click over the inbox given on the sidebar, and as you will click over the inbox, you will be landed to the inbox page which can be seen here. And here you can see these are the numbers I have connected to my account, and on this particular number, that is my contact number, I am successfully receiving the message from my clients and our automated replies are successfully sent or delivered to them. And one point has to be noticed that this is following the path which we have created through our flow, means if a user sends us a message, we are going to send them a welcome message with this button, that is view event. And if my user select this button, we are going to provide them list of the events provided by our business. So here you can see our chatbot is working properly. So you can also create this amazing WhatsApp chatbot for your own business. And if you want to practice this flow, you can find its link in the description given below, and you can also share the flow created by you. So for sharing the flow, you just have to go to flows, and here you will be landed to the flow builder page, and here you can see this is the flow I have recently created. So you just have to select three dots, and here you can see we are getting the option for share flow. So you just have to select it, and you will be getting the link for your flow. So you can share this link to your friends so that they can also know about this amazing tool, that is Pabbly Chatflow, and they can also automate their all tasks. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabbly Chatflow now, and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabbly and creating many more amazing automations and chatbots like this. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. So thank you for watching this video. So you can create many more chatbots like this by using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can write it on forums.pabbly.com. But if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Chatflow for free now.